How's it going, everyone? This is DoctorJefe playing some more Crusader Kings 3, and in today's video we are going to do the first part of the Kings to the 7th Generation achievement run. Starting as Count Eudes of Anjou in 867, lead your dynasty to rule the Kingdom of France. It's pretty easy to find this character. It's a nice character achievement run. We just go to 867, the Great Adventurers. We find the little child, Count Eudes Robertine. We can read a little bit about his backstory. In July of 866, the Viking raider Hastin slew Eudes' father, Robert the Strong. We already did our playthrough of Jarl Hastin to get the Kingdom of Cornwall and get that achievement. Mere months later, his mother Adelaide died, giving birth to his brother Robert. The world is cruel and the future might seem uncertain, but these orphan boys are destined to sit on the French throne. Their descendants, the Capets, will rule France for centuries to come. Well, let's start. We didn't click the Iron Man. Yeah. Let's try that again. Here he is. Make sure to click Iron Man when you do your achievement runs. It's an important part to get the achievement. You must click the little Iron Man button. Okay, so we start as Count Eudes Anjou. Important things to do before you press unpause in any run, but especially in this achievement run, is to look at your current situation. We see we're not endorsed by our bishop. Not really anything we can do about that right now. We can't really sway him because we're a child. We can't do those kind of things. We could send him a gift, but we don't have 100 gold, and we really don't want to just give this dude 100 gold, so see you later. Important to look at who we can declare war on. We could declare war on the King of Lotharingia. He has 2,000 soldiers. We only have 300. We are very weak. We could declare war on the Count of Montague, but as we know, he has 3,000 special soldiers, so that's no good. But we can also declare war on Count Bouchard of Vendôme, who has 311 soldiers. We have 382, so we are slightly stronger than him, and he will be our first target. Second thing is to look at who we can marry our family members off to. We want to make sure we marry them off to the people who have the greatest alliance power. So we could get an alliance with the Count of Kassel. And that is over here in, what is this, East Francia. So kind of close, but somewhat far away. That's fine, I suppose. We could also go with the petty kingdom of Strathclyde, which could be okay. He's a duchy level ruler, but he has less soldiers. And the important thing is to get alliances that are going to be easy to call in. As they increase in rank, it costs more prestige for us to call them into our wars. So actually getting count level alliances is pretty useful for us. We can also get an alliance with our uncle, the Count of Bourbon. And the nice thing is that he's very close by. He's right over here in France, so he'll be close by for our wars. So we actually want to marry someone off to him. And let's marry off our second sister, and we'll go with the Count of Kassel. No problem there. And let us set up our military right over here. We'll get ready to pounce on Vendôme. So we'll declare our war for our claims. We can see that the prestige cost increases because we're a child. This makes it very difficult for us to actually declare war against our half-brother. We really don't have the prestige to do that. They have a similar military strength to us, but it's slightly lower. Hopefully we have enough soldiers to be able to siege down their lands. So let's declare the war. We will raise our whole army here and move in. Now he's afraid. Well, it looks like he's going to run away and try and siege down our capital. Hopefully we get better rolls on our siege than he does. We do have a nice little 20-something day advantage, but it is very close, and it really will depend on how he rolls. However, if he does siege down our land, It does kind of suck for us because it's going to lower the control from 100 to 60. Also, he called in somebody to his war. You know what? In testing, that has never happened before, but it is interesting to see that it has happened this time. It looks like he's going to back off, though, and they're not going to get together to join up and attack me, and I think that they would be able to win. But it looks like this is going to work out in our favor. Oh, unfortunately, he took my brother as his hostage. It is very, very unfortunate. However, they released him. That's cool. I'm glad that they released my baby brother. It's very nice. We do have to continue to siege him down, though. If we get 100% occupation, we should have... Well, I mean, 100% occupation means that we have 100% war score, and we can enforce our demands. Make sure that he capitulates. So we have... What is Everard doing? I think we don't really care. We want him to like us, so he'll start supporting us. As you can see, we have no endorsement from him yet. Attraction. We can choose who we are attracted to. Why not be attracted to everyone? Who cares? It's our life. We'll do what we want. Thankfully, this time our siege is going a little bit faster. This only has 175 versus 250. So there we go. We have enough to fully occupy him. We have captured his wife. So is it worth it to ransom her for 9 gold? Not really, versus losing the county control. That is my opinion. I haven't done the math on it, but this seems like a good choice for us. We do not have, unfortunately, our starting traits do not give us enough stewardship to hold 4 holdings, but who knows? Hopefully we will get a trait that gives us enough stewardship to have 4 holdings. Okay, so that war did not go as smoothly as it could have. There are definite times when I've tested this out and you can take him out way more quickly than he can siege your own lands, but it's really not a big concern for us because we really don't have the prestige actually to declare our war against our half-brother for the Duchy of Anjou, and that is our next target. As you can see, because we are a child, it's going to cost us more prestige to declare this war. So what I like to do is actually fast forward time until we become of age, become 16 years old, which will happen in about 5 years. And then that's when I like to declare war on my half-brother. Another thing is that we can negotiate alliances. These other guys, you know, they're very weak. We don't really want to negotiate alliances with them. Definitely don't want to negotiate an alliance with the Duke of Anjou because he is our next war target. But the Count of Savoy is really good. He's very strong, has a lot of levies, and he can be called into our war against our half-brother. So we'll grab him as an ally as well. Marvelous news, I agree. And until we become of age, I'm just going to fast forward through time and maybe unpause to show any interesting events. This actually is an interesting event. Way to go. So we get to choose our 3rd trait. We were generated with the calm and arbitrary trait. So this is kind of where our negative stewardship is coming in. Sometimes we get a trait that actually gives us better stewardship, but here we don't. So it'll be nice actually to get a trait that gives us stewardship. Diligent is pretty good. I think it's even better than ambitious. It gives us +1 to all these things. And let's see, patient. Learning is okay, but actually we're going to go with diligent so we can get a little bit more stewardship. And thankfully that gives us 4 out of 4 holdings, so we don't get a penalty anymore for holding Dreux, Vendôme, Angers, and Saumur. Okay, so now we basically just wait until we are 16 years old. Okay, we got a pretty cool event with additional taxes giving us 45 free gold. That's pretty awesome. What I like to do is invest that first 100 gold into a building in our capital county, and I like to do one of the cheaper buildings. The hunting grounds gives us extra tax and levies. If we were kind of worried about the war with our brother, which we really aren't, we could invest in the military camps right away. But I like the hunting grounds because it's going to give us more money moving forward, which we can then reinvest. So we'll go with the hunting grounds and continue on our way. Okay, this is an odd event. Apparently somebody tried to murder me. But thankfully we found our way out. That would have been pretty messed up. Can we imprison him? Apparently not. I've not seen that event before. This has been a pretty cursed run so far, but we're still doing okay. We're alive. We won that first war, and we're making money. So that's all that really matters. My steward, Baron Richard, was scheming against me. So we could expose him as an agent, or we could throw him in jail. I think we're going to throw him in jail because I do not like people who like to murder me. Welcome to jail, good sir. We do have to choose a new steward. This guy seems really smart. Let's recruit him. Only 10 gold? Okay, fair enough. Enjoy jail. Don't try and murder me. Looks like more people want to murder me. This time it's Count Hastings. Wasn't he satisfied murdering my father? Although he's not looking good. He does not look like he's going to survive much longer. Sucks to be that dude. Yeah, he's not looking too well. I don't think he's gonna get his achievement run. Yeah, not one day too soon. My rival is dead. See you later, sucker. So we are close to turning 16 years old. We were born on the 1st of January, and it looks like we have about 4 more months left. I'm going to now invest in some men-at-arms. I'm going to grab some light footmen, as well as some onagers in order to more quickly siege down our half-brother. It's nice getting some light footmen because they do counter our brother's armored footmen. He is allied to our half-brother of Ulm, but we'll see whether he actually calls that half-brother into this war that is about to occur. So we've come of age. We are now 16 years old. We've gained the trait Tough Soldier. Unfortunate roll of the dice. Sometimes you do get the highest lifestyle. I'm not quite sure what is that? That's like battle veteran or something. Anyway, we only get +4 to martial. Kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? So we are almost ready to declare our war. We could get married, but I'm choosing actually not to get married until we gain that Duke title. As you go up in rank, it does become easier to find better marriages. We're going to choose a lifestyle. We could choose the martial lifestyle, but actually I'm going to go into stewardship. I'm going to grab this domain focus because we're going to want to grab one of these stewardship perks at some point if we want to become the King of France. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'll go into it more in the second one. Now we are almost ready to declare our war against our half-brother, but first we're going to create a cadet branch. We pretty much are going to get this anytime you play as Count Eudes of Anjou, and the nice thing is that it gives us 350 prestige. That's pretty awesome. Now we are pretty much ready to declare our war. I got these men-at-arms a little bit too late, so I'm going to have to wait a couple more months. Our men-at-arms regiment is fully reinforced, so we are ready to declare our war. Unfortunately, Cabo Isconian died. This happens sometimes when even when you marry your half-sisters off to whoever, you can always just have random events where those alliances will expire. Thankfully, though, we still do have our alliance with the Count of Bourbon, as well as the Count of Savoy, and that should be definitely 2 strong enough men to help us grab this duchy title. So we already have a claim on the title. We didn't have to do anything to gain that claim. So we can just declare this war. He does have more men than us at the start, so it'll be very important to call our allies into this war. And that's the nice thing about having created that cadet branch, is that it gave us a lot of extra prestige. So we will raise the entire army over here, and we'll try and look to meet up with our friend, the Count of Bourbon. And it looks like the Count of Bourbon is actually going to go and maybe fight our half-brother. I want to see if I can catch him and have like a really strong battle. Looks like it's going in our favor. If we can capture him, that would just be the end of the war, which would be great. So we can become a drunkard, which is not good for us. We don't really have any stress, so why not become friends with our sister? Anyway, let's get back to this war. Enough becoming friends. Enough of the good times. It's time to siege down this man's lands and ensure that we retain the title of the Duke of Anjou. So I'm going to speed it up. We should be able to siege this much more quickly than he'll be able to siege us down. Even though he only has to go up to 175, so maybe not. He may be able to go more quickly over there. Also, he's getting some pretty good rolls. However, we do have our allies sieging down this other county of his, so even if he gets this little land, we should be fine. Yeah, so he got it. We captured his daughter, though. Can we ransom her for some more money? 100 gold, that is definitely worth it. And I think we should still... Oh no, we now only have 85%, but our allies should finish this siege quite soon. There we go, that's enough to get us the victory. We will enforce our demands. We have now become the Duke. We get this really cool circlet, and we are getting closer and closer towards gaining that title of the King of France. So we now have our new liege. We are now a direct vassal under the King of France, and he is still pretty strong. He has 2,800 soldiers of his own, as well as another 2,000 in his allies' military strength. So we won't be challenging him right away. In fact, all we could do would be a war for independence or for some claims, which isn't really what we want. We actually want a war for the kingdom itself. So we're going to spend some time consolidating our power. Maybe we won't go after him. He is feeling fine, but he is quite older than we are. But, you know, his heir is Prince Louis the Stammerer. He seems like the guy who we actually should take out, and I think that is historically accurate. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, this has been part 1 of the Kings of the 7th Generation achievement run. Subscribe if you want to see some more Crusader Kings 3 content and to be informed of when part 2 comes out. And until next time, do remember, as always, to take care of yourself.